hold on. So I'm kind of I wanted to stream tonight. Because it's been a little bit. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to have my birthday stream and then ghost you. But hi, I'm Sky. I'm the Sky, as you know. And I think it would be really cool if I could. How do I put this? I've watched other people do like art streams, mixing streams, motion graphic streams, and while I like doing, I would want to do those, and I like doing those. I actually feel like I can do something a little bit different, because for a very long time, I have been writing translyrics. If you have had the chance yet to check it out, I released one on my birthday, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But I've been working on translyrics for a really long time, and I thought it would be kind of cool to actually try to stream and discuss my process and share my process. And actually this really just came about because I kind of did I? Okay, good. I got scared for a second. I wanted to try kind of like discussing it as well as working on it like live, because I think sometimes I sound really good when I'm writing the lyrics, and then when I sit down to record, I'm not as good. And I think that's just like when you're singing in the bathroom and you're like, wow, I should record a whole album. I sound so good in this shower right now. Or wow, the acoustics in here are great right now. I don't know, I do that. But I was thinking, like, when you're cleaning and you're like, wow, I sound so good, and then you like later on hear yourself singing next to someone, and you're like, oh, maybe I'm not that good. So I thought I would kind of share my process. I will say I'm a little nervous about how this is going to go, because I feel like a big part of the process is watching the video, and I don't want, if you're gonna be hanging out with me while I do this, I don't want you to have to, like, you know, go back and watch the same video, and I think that could be a little annoying. So I do have my friend here that's just me making a face that when I figure out how to make my VTuber make this face, I will make it all the time. Little guy covering me, little Sky little guy will be covering a little bit of it for the time being, because I don't want to spoil it, but if you know, you know. If you can see Pinocchio P up there, I'm gonna kind of work on it a little bit, and I'm a little nervous that because of that. Hi Silkenman, hi, welcome, thank you for the hydrate. Sorry, I also I also decided, so there's a couple of reasons why I haven't streamed in a little bit. I decided after my birthday I would transition from one streaming software to another. So that's why things are a little bare and maybe a little bit scuffy tonight. But I have, oh gosh, my song's already about to end, and I'm not done yapping yet. We'll just play this one again. But anyways, what was I saying? I'm a little worried that once I put this video out, like, I'm streaming the video and then I'm rewinding it like a million times, and because, like, this is music that is music for an artist, if I will get DMCA'd. And if I do, then I guess I just will never do this again. But I also kind of would like to maybe talk about this across maybe a couple of different videos, maybe not necessarily streams. But yeah. We are going to be writing translyrics tonight, is what I'm getting at. So I just started this track and then had a perfect segue. But anyways, on top of changing what streaming platform I'm using, I also decided to change, or not change, but try Restream to stream onto Twitch and YouTube at the same time, because I thought that would be cool. Yeah! So, this is my little comeback to Twitch, the Purple Site stream, but it is also my first stream on YouTube. Yay! Either way, I will be bearing my soul tonight, because the song that we are going to be writing trans lyrics for, drumroll please, is Ghost Play to the Audience by Pinocchio P. Some say it couldn't be done. And they might be right. I think that I love Pinocchio P songs. I think this might be one of those songs that I think a lot of people would love to cover, but there are a couple of things about it that I think might be very tricky. Even like setting aside doing trans lyrics. Oh, damn it. Wait a second. I gotta like share. I just came up with like the most perfectest promote for this. You're telling me a trans wrote these lyrics? You're telling me a trans wrote... I'm sorry. It was... I really needed to get that out there. But anyways, I think there's a lot of reasons why this song might be difficult to have a human sing it. I will also be honest, I have not listened to other people's covers of this song. I think for a variety of reasons, mostly because I think Miku's version, Miku singing it, is probably my favorite. Hang on a second. On top of that, I think there's a couple of technical things that might be kind of hard to do without either a lot more skills in mixing or knowing exactly what you're trying to convey or how you're going to tackle a very particular part of the bridge. And I don't think that's terrible. I don't think that's super hard. But I also think, at least from a cultural standpoint, there's hang on. I gotta make this tweet because I think it's funny. Yeah. Okay, excellent. I've done my shilling of myself to the masses. Yes. Okay. I also think what might be the most difficult about this song is the fact that is my thing frozen for you guys as well? Hold on a second. I'm just trying to make sure everything is working as it should. Yes. Okay, good. Good. Sorry. It's been a while and my whole setup is like wonky. So I'm a little all over the place right now. But anyways, I think at least from the trans lyrics writing perspective, there's a couple of people I don't think I'm going to finish writing these lyrics in one night because I think that these are going to be hard. But I think that's the most fun of it for me, is conveying something that might be very culturally different in a way that makes sense to, at least for me, an American audience. I'd like, to be able to be like, oh, yay, one day, maybe someone else will see how hard I worked in writing these. But for now, I think there's a lot of like things in this that, as far as folklore and such goes, I might not have the best, like, not necessarily perspective, but like familiarity with some of the references that are going to be made. But at the same time, that's kind of the fun of it. I've written for several other Pinocchio P songs before. I just have only maybe had a chance to have one posted to the public, and I've looked for it. I can't find it anymore. And that's sometimes just the way it is. But he is one of my favorite composers. So first things first, we're going to watch this video and we're going to kind of soak in the song a little bit and the meaning of it before I go forward. I did write lyrics or attempt to write lyrics for this previously. However, that was years ago. I'm not even going to go look for said lyrics because I don't think it's worth it. But I think I remember enough about how this song goes to kind of already know what I wanted to have going on for it. And also, I'm so sorry. I just realized I don't have my chat box set up. So I'm going to let this play, actually, while I set up the chat box because it's not up. So I'm going to... You guys can enjoy this, and I'll put it back when it's time to actually write lyrics. Let me start from the beginning. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was so much. That was such a sneeze. Hello, Nico. We're gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna write some translyrics for you guys. But I also need to remember. Oh no. I also need to figure out how to I switched streaming software, so I also am kind of doing like a test run scuff stream. And I just realized I don't even have my chat box like visible, so I need to fix that. So give me one moment. Appreciate the song. It is a good song. I love Pinocchio P. I love Pinocchio P so much. Oh my goodness. I only ever choose to do songs that I know I really, really like. At least when it comes to writing translyrics. Oh, do I have the... That's kind of important. I do think, oh my god, I lost my train of thought again! No! I love Pinocchio P. I think, like, choosing a song that's in your range is important, yes. Because otherwise you might beat yourself up for not having it, you know, the way you want it to be. I gotta fix my... Excuse me, guys. I gotta figure out how to fix this. Hatsuki machine! Hatsuki machine! Oh my gosh, am I still set as doing Among Us? This is not what I meant to do. LOL! This is very scuffy tonight. I'm so sorry, you guys. So sorry about that. I'll be so for real. I have no idea where the browser source for my chat went, and I haven't been able to, like, get my chat, like, back in since I switched over to OBS, and I don't know what to do about it! Oh my god, you guys. This is, like, really embarrassing. We're not gonna watch that quite yet. One of these days, I want to attempt to do that one. It is a good song. All of them are bops. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh. And I feel like this is such a good... This was such a good era for Pinocchio P. This really was... I can't believe I'm not subscribed on this account. That's so sad. Sorry, Pinocchio P. I've actually been fucking with your game for over a decade. Please, you have to believe me. Mr. Pinocchio P sensei. Please, you have to believe me. I've never doubted your swagger. But anyways, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the chat box, like, up tonight, you guys. Please forgive me that you will not be part of this momentous occasion. I think I have to, unfortunately, just let this one go. Because I do want to get into actually writing the lyrics a little bit tonight. So, anyways, we watched it through, like, once. But I didn't get to really watch it because I was trying to fix something for you guys. But oh well! I think this song... So, when I start writing trans lyrics, I kind of try to think of not only my starting point, but also my end point. What is this song trying to say? And I think Pinocchio P's songs are extremely fun because they're almost always from a super outlandish point of view. Like a super outlandish point of view. Here. And also, please let me know if you guys can hear the music okay. And if, or if I'm too loud or anything. Yeah. That being said, I think in this case, Miku is a ghost. But it's kind of like someone reminiscing on a life that was theirs to live, but like they were too awkward to like get anything super far with it. Or like they're still trying to make a mark on the living even in death. Especially since we're already kind of like close to the end here. I also love Pinocchio P's like harmonies with himself here. I have no self, but I can't pass on. I've got my own opinions, a lot that I want to be rewarded for. I might just be going with trends, but like I also really want to do this. But maybe like backing myself into a corner with gimmicks is like getting rid of myself as well. I also think this part, where is it? Nope, it's this part. I think, like, it's very much like a, well, I've always been kind of weird anyways. Fuck. But throughout, like, the rest of the choruses and stuff, or the pre-choruses, right about here. Oh, I almost forgot. There's actually another window that I need to have open while I work on this. And I already spent so long trying to have two windows up on screen with me here, that I don't know how I'm going to be able to pull it off. But what I also like to do, on top of looking at the English translation, is also having a tab open of, hang on a second. the actual like romaji of everything. Because I went to say this earlier, but I might as well say it now. I am not proficient in Japanese. Um I I can understand words. I do think I probably understand more than the average weeb, but I am still a weeb nonetheless. I've studied it. I've taken a couple of classes, but I do not have the opportunity necessarily to practice every day. Um and it has been years since I've had classes, and since I've had those classes, I also like have been trying to pick up other languages that are a completely different like root language than Japanese. And as anyone who has tried to learn Japanese can tell you, who is not native, it is a pretty difficult to learn language. So that being said, I think I do pretty well for myself when it comes to adapting these lyrics. Um, there's a lot of like euphemisms and such that we don't have in Japanese, but I also can appreciate a pretty good any language that likes wordplay, and thankfully Japanese does a lot of that. Um, I also think here, I'm gonna tuck this back up here for now. Maybe I could put hold on. Um, ba ba da ba da la 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 la. Ah! Ah! You know? Anyways. This is I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's try. Come on, come on, come on. Eh. Yeah. Yeah, this might this could work. This might work. Yes. Okay. Yes, we have formatted the screen here. Sorry it's so gray. If I would change the colors if I could, but unfortunately I cannot. Anyways, let me make sure this is a little bit more on screen. Yes, excellent. Okay. There we go. So, like I said, I like to look at the actual like romaji, because while I might not be a proficient Japanese speaker, I could follow along if you were speaking very basic phrases to me, probably. Or if you were to like, you know, if you held up flashcards, I could be like, "Oh, yeah, I totally understood that." But I can't read the alphabet of Japanese as much anymore. But having, as someone who, I'm like I said, I might not be proficient in Japanese, but I did take a lot of singing lessons growing up. And while that might not necessarily equate to me being a good Japanese, knowing Japanese, it has given me the ability to understand almost a little bit more of the musicality that goes behind writing the lyrics and having the lyrics written in Japanese, and how the syllables are stressed. I've done enough studying to know, like, there's only one, like, syllable or one letter in Japanese that really ends in a consonant sound, and that is as well as, like, all the different sounds that, like, kind of tend to collide together when, depending on the accent or depending on, like, the stresses of the sentence itself. So when I'm writing these lyrics, I really like to try and listen through the way that, like, in like English, we have something called iambic pentameter, which is like a kind of rhythmic way of speaking. Whereas, like, I'm not sure what kind of pentameter you would call like sentence structure or writing in Japanese, because I don't even know if that's like something that is like equatable. But having the like Romaji, the Japanese, and the English itself kind of right next to each other really helps me kind of like visualize at least a little bit more of how many syllables am I going to be able to actually cram into this long fucking sentence. Like, let's listen to this like little let's get back into this real quick. Because Pinocchio P likes to make really long sentences in English. Or like really slam a lot of his sentences together with a lot of like with a lot more syllables than I might need, or a lot less syllables than I need. I also think this was kind of what initially drew me to like pull this up, but like if we hop back over to this here, ukenerai. It's the same thing over and over again, but it's also like being translated. Woo! That's not what I meant to do. Free plug for Pinocchio P though. Love you, Pinocchio P. Mwah. Gonna turn that down. It's being translated in multiple different ways. And I think like good like localization and good like interpretation works that way. But I would like to know what ukenerai actually means. This is the most I've struggled with saying the Japanese word in a minute. So that means, sorry, you can see my search history. Wait a minute. I'm overthinking this. Ukenerai. Aiming for popularity. Okay. Okay, I see why this was translated in so many different ways now. Hang on. All of these are definitely... Oh! Hold on. Am I still streaming? I just got DMCA'd midstream, I think. Actually, wait, I should not have this open right now on this tab. Well, that's so sad. I had a feeling this might happen, but I still wanted to try. I don't know what to do now. I guess I'm just gonna keep going. Because right now it says I'm still live. Is anyone still out there? Comment incomplete. Na, 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 na. I'm making up a song I think I remember. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go at it a little bit longer. Anyways, so that makes a lot more sense to why this is being translated in several different ways throughout these phrases. So once again, I'm gonna kind of like let this play through. Hudororo. Hudororo. Okay. Display to the audience that I like so much. Like these sentences run on so crazily. We here? Okay, thank God. Because I just got like an email that popped up on my screen that was like, "Hi, your stream has been stopped." And I was like, "Oh, that's really great. Okay. Okay. Did it though?" Anyways, lost my spot here. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm very much not rehearsed in this song. I haven't listened to this song in a while, but I just randomly was like, I think it came up on my playlist, and I was like, oh yeah, this song fucking rules. So I was like, and I just kind of had this like impromptu idea. I was originally gonna stream more Hello Charlotte. Sorry, Nico. But then I like thought of doing this, and I was like, you know, I've never actually seen anyone try to stream this. So I thought I would try. And we will see if it is something that I can do again. I kind of highly doubt that after getting that email. But I'm also gonna write it out either until I get too sleepy. No, this is very interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm glad. I was like, this is gonna be a shot in the dark. I really hope somebody will listen to my rambling. But, oh my gosh, I'm not keeping up with this at all. I think we're closer to the end now. Yeah. So and I don't think I've ever actually had a chance to look at the, like, actual Romaji of this song. So, you're gonna have to forgive me. This is very much like we're starting from square one with this song right now. Even though I tried to work on it, like, several years ago. I didn't know what I know now. You enjoying it? Yay! I'm so glad! Plus, for once, I can actually be, like, big on screen, I realized, partway through. This is, okay, just because it auto-played. I want to cover this song so badly. I don't think I have the skill quite yet. But I think it's just because this song makes my brainwaves go... Mata, mata, mata. It's just so cute. It's just so cute. Like, every time that one guy says drop it, I do drop it. It's just so good. I love this song. I think this song was like my second most played on Spotify after last year. When did this song come out? Oh, about a year ago. I think I was late to the party though. It's just so good. I'm sorry, I have to get it out. Drop it! It's just so good. It's just so good. Do you see how I lost tracking there? It's because I wanted to go way too fucking hard that the camera could not keep up with me. Anyways, we're gonna keep at it. I don't care if I get a copyright strike. I'll never do it again after this, I promise. I just think this is gonna be cool. I might have to make this a long form video. Anyways, ukenerai. Alright, so like I said, first thing you gotta do is figure out where you're going. And then next what you gotta do is figure out where you fucking start. Are you being serious? Hey, are you looking down on us, ghosts? Yeah, I'm again living by your pillow. God knows how many times I've done this. Now I have to be quiet because I have to listen. Sera honky di yate no yen. Sera sole honky. Hold on. Okay. Now we actually gotta like count. Sole honky. Sole honky da ya tenno ne. Sera honky de ya tenno ne. Abakano on nameteno. Sera honky. I don't think. If I were to like transcribe this into like actual like sheet music, this would be a lot of quarter notes and maybe a couple of eighth notes. And I like a challenge, but this is hard to like think right now. Let's see. So re honki de ya ten no ne. So my ninth syllable, I'm counting on my hands right now. My ninth syllable, I know I want to be hey. Let me just, and I just usually kind of like throw shit at the wall at this point. So, for example, our first like thing here is, are you being serious, hey? Are you looking down on us, ghosts? That is like how it's literally transcribed. And I will say, I usually like to look between like multiple different translations to be referencing. However, I do know that once upon a time, someone who was pretty cool, let me actually see if it's up here. I used to be mutuals with this person, and it made me so sad when they stopped uploading. Yep, forgetful subs. Never forgotten. Forgetful subs, but never forgotten. I trust this person's translations with my life. Anyways, like I said, we get a little playful. Are you seriously? I also think for these purposes, I think another thing that's really important is tone and language. Because I very much feel like this ghost would be thriving on TikTok. Like, they would have, like, a very small following, but they would, like, blow up overnight. And it would be, like, I think that, this person, like, this ghost would do so well on TikTok. So I'm just gonna, like, test this really quick. Are you for real serious right now? Hey, are you making fun of this ghost? Oh, wait. I'm cooking. Are you for real serious right now? Hey, are you making light of us ghosts? Yes! Oh. Yet again, I'm looming by your pillow. God knows how many times I've done this. I'll haunt you. I will say, sometimes you gotta make some really, really base, and I don't mean based, I mean really base, rhymes to get to where you want to go. We'll probably change this, but let's test it. See how much I like it. Are you for real serious right now? Hey, are you making light of us ghosts? I'll haunt you in your dreams, or that's how it always goes. Okay. That's how the saying Are you for real serious right now? Hey, are you making light of us ghosts? I'll haunt you in your dreams, or that's how the saying always goes. Ooh! Oh, I'm cooking! A come on scared get attitude or an I want to be scared prospect. Hmm. God himself, what? God himself says it doesn't really matter which. Let me listen to this a couple of times. Hora kawakare to iu taido. Koekate hoshii to iu tenbo. さあ、知らん. Okay, so it is 2 syllables. That's gonna be a really, like, short, like, don't know. I do also like to just kind of, like, parse in, like, some stuff that I know I'm going to... It doesn't need a lot. Don't know. Okay. Alright, that's how the saying always goes. Come on, get scared, or I want you to be scared prospect. With an attitude. We must return to counting on our fingers. Hola. Ko wa ga le to iu ta ito. I think saying I have 12 syllables to work with here is pretty generous, especially because it moves so quickly. One of the biggest things when I first started, I will say I used to not understand the syllable differences between English and Japanese as much as I do now. And that made for really sloppy writing. And after a little while, I learned the importance of probably counting, like, you know, to preserve the original rhythms of the song, the syllabic differences. But after a while, I realized it was kind of constraining me a little bit more than I needed. Let me listen to this one more time. I don't think, like, for example, that I am going to really want to slide taido into 3 different syllables. It's more like 2, because at least in, like, if I were to be singing this in English, I'd probably have a diphthong when I am singing ai and tai, and taido, because that's just what my voice naturally tends to do. So I'm gonna say, as well as, like, toyu, it's a lot of, there's no consonants to really work with. I could probably give myself a little bit of wiggle room here. And I've also kind of noticed that this song kind of has, like, a pretty, like, it's not, like, all the same note, but they're pretty straight lines of similar notes. So, wakare to iu taido, kawakate hoshii というtenbo. Similar, same thing with like tenbo. Like this is definitely like at least 3 syllables, maybe 3 different notes, maybe 4 if we really wanted to separate. Oh, but like to be honest, with my accent, that's not how I would sing it. And it kind of comes across, at least to an American listener, as more like 2. So that's probably what we're going to stick with. Let me see here. あれか、かかれという態度を怖がって欲しいという展望。欲しいという態度。欲しい。Okay. あれ怖がれという態度。あー。The main thing is like, how do I? This is such an interesting like thing to get across. I might actually have to like come back to this because I feel like there's a way to say this, but maybe like being on stream right now is putting a little bit of pressure on like how I'm going to interpret this because it's a phrase within a phrase, and I only have so much to work with here. Actually, wait. I'm overthinking it. Come on. Come on, get scared. I want to say. Come on, get scared already. ほらこわがれという態度10 Come on, get scared already. You gotta trust me on this. You gotta trust me on this one. Come on, get scared already. Attitude, or I want you to be scared approach. I think, okay, you have to trust me on this. You have to trust me on this. I think I'm cooking. And you know what? If I'm not, then that's just the way it is. In your dreams, or that's how the saying always goes. Come on, get scared already. Attitude. Wait. Come on, get scared already. Attitude. I want you to be scared up. That's my approach. That's the approach. I want you to be scared. That's the approach. I think I'm like underestimating how many syllables I'm working with. Come on, get scared already. Attitude. I want you to be scared. That's the approach. Come on, get scared already. Come on, get scared already. Give me attitude. I want you to be scared. That's the calm approach. Okay, 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 okay. Come on, get scared already. Give me attitude. I want you to be scared. That's a calm approach. Okay. Give me attitude. I want you to be scared. That's a calm approach. Let me actually look at how many syllables are in this one. A, na, ta, wa, for, do, chi, ka, na. Got 8. So what one are you to be? That is over clunky. It's clunky! Yeah, I know. I know it's clunky. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. If your first line were perfect, then why would you try to write it again? You know? I think also this song is supposed to be a little, not exactly clunky, but the way that it runs in together is clunky. Like look at this translation. I'm sorry. Like look at this phrasing. A come on, get scared attitude or an I want you to be scared prospect. Which one are you? I don't know. God himself doesn't know, and it doesn't really matter much. And conveying that translation is hard. It is very hard. And like I'm also working off of somebody else's translation. I like will fully admit I'm not the most, oh my gosh, I'm not like a native speaker by any means. And being able to also make it flow is difficult. That being said, actually, we've gotten through 20 whole seconds. Let's actually see how this sounds so far. And again, it's gonna be clunky. Forgive me! Are you for real serious right now? Hey, are you making light of us ghosts? I'll haunt you in your dreams, or that's how the saying always goes. Come on, get scared already, give me attitude. I want you to be scared, that's the calm approach. So which one are you? Okay. It's something. Yeah, we're gonna come back to this. I'm gonna like, for my own mental, I'm going to move past it and let it be for right now. Because if I like get hung up on this, right here, I won't get any further tonight. I like to jump around a lot, just because when pretty good not gonna lie flows well all together. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have been doing this for quite some time as a little hobby for myself. I do like to jump around a little bit. I know where this is. Like, this is gonna be pretty easy. No self, so I cannot pass on. I have no elf. That's so sad. I have no elf. Where's my elf baddie? I have no self. I have no self. I have no self, therefore I can't pass on. Oh, you guys can't see some of the... You can't see some of my words. My masterful word pieces. Oh, that's me. Ha! Here, I'm going to actually scoot me over just a little bit. Yeah. Can you guys read this okay? I don't know if... I will say I did spend a good couple of like minutes trying to figure like I spent like a good half hour trying to like figure out how to like make this lay nicely. I don't know how well I right now. Hold on. Let me lock myself. Haha. I'm gonna move this. Are you for real? Serious right now? Hey, are you making light of us ghosts? I'll hurt you in your dream. I'll haunt you in your dreams, or that's how the saying always goes. If you know what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm actually gonna, just because that's giving me a little bit of a writer's block. The thing is, when you're working on, at least when I'm drawing, if I like get to a point where I'm like, if I work on this part anymore, I'm gonna drive myself crazy because I'm gonna over render it, I'm gonna overwork it, and it's gonna be obvious that I spent way too long thinking about it. You just gotta move on. I also think like there's a lot of like euphemisms and metaphors in this, because I think this person is also reflecting on their own worthiness, because they like that breakdown I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. I've got my own opinions. I've got a bunch of opinions, and I should be rewarded for them. This person wants to be witnessed and loved for who they are vulnerably. But in order to, like, get attention as a ghost, they're trying to perform these gimmicks to get attention. And it doesn't seem to work because it's not as fulfilling as they hoped it would be. Whoops, I went too far. The outside is out. Oh, wait, nope. The outside is out and inside is in. Demons come from outside, fortune comes from within. Like, this person's, like, you know, reflecting on, like, the teachings of, like, maybe their own upbringing. And, like, you know, the devil is out there. And, you know, people always tell you, like, true happiness comes from within. You can't love anyone until you love yourself. Like, you have to, like, there's the internal, but at the same time, there's the internal work you have to do to know yourself, to actually, like, bare your soul, if you're going to bare your soul. So, I think, like, and, like, you know, being able to communicate all of that is really difficult in one single line. Let me see. Outside is out and inside is in. This is a really quick line. Let me consult the Romaji. I am really excited to do this part with the uket. Ukerenai, 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 ukenerai. I'm saying it wrong. Oh my god. Please don't dox me. Ukenerai. Yoso wa yoso, uchi wa uchi. Oni wa soto kara, fuku wa uchi. Interesting. Yoso, soto, kara, fuku wa uchi. These are such big words for these syllables. When you translate it, it's Also, hi Stitchy, and thank you for joining us. It is much appreciated. I'm probably never gonna be able to do something like this again, but I'm having fun. Yoso, uchi wa uchi. Let me actually yoso wa yoso. The outside is out. Okay. And inside is in. Uchi wa uchi. I did it! Oh my god! I matched the syllables first try! Yay! The outside is out and inside is in. Okay, here's the actual difficult part. Oni wa soto kara fuku wa uchi. So that's 12 syllables. So we got 5, 5, 12. All right. Or 5, 5, 6, 6. Interesting. At least for like, you know, counting the rhythms that we're laying out here. Demons are out there. Demons are out there. And peace comes from within. Let me just play it back. I'm really excited to do this portion right here. Outside is in, demons are out there, and peace comes from within. Okay, that's definitely gonna be a mouthful, but I know if I practice it, I can definitely pull that off. Let me do it one more time. The outside is out, and inside is in. Demons are out there, and peace comes from within. I have no self, therefore I can't pass on. Okay, it's that line. Oh, I just realized because my expressions are like linked to some of my like letters. It like as I'm trying to like type, you can see my facial expression change. Peace lies within. You know what? That might be well, but then we're like short still, kind of a syllable. Let me test it. You might be cooking. Outside is out and inside is in. Demons are out there and peace lies within. You know what? You're right. You're cooking. Okay. I've got my own thoughts. I feel like opinions is too many syllables. As much as I really think it is apt for what they're trying to get across, I don't think I can get away with it. I have no self. Because this, like, I have... Jibunganai, kara uka baranai. That was definitely not the most one-to-one sounding rhythm. But we're going to go with it anyway. Jibunganai, kara uka baranai. Yes. Jibunganai, kara uka baranai. Jidonga. Let me actually listen to this one back. I'm not sure about that one. Oh. Okay, it is. So here, I've noticed a lot of times, there's a couple of different things that I've noticed when I've been practicing Japanese. Hey! And if you like, you know, if you can read it, and I may not be able to read as much as I used to be able to, and even then that wasn't very much at all. There's a couple of ways that like Japanese, similar to English, kind of slides together. And for example, and I think even if you were to be singing any other like language, this is a common issue. Or not even so much an issue, but like a quirk. So she's singing jibun ga. So like I was saying earlier, sometimes ends up being a whole syllable in itself, or a note in itself. Jibun ga nai nai kara uka baranai jiron ga. Now this is gonna be really difficult for me because I'm tired and I don't have the energy to like pop off with the exact like correct timing that she's got. But she's going jiron garu. So like ga and aru are like sliding together. And it sounds a lot quicker than I certainly fucking sound trying to sound it out right now. Jirangaru, jirangaru karamu kara waretai. Sometimes you gotta sit there and you gotta slowly go through all those sounds. It's the only way to make it work. Jirangaru, jirangaru karamu kara waretai. I've got some thoughts. Now, I will say, thus far, I've not been thinking very much about my rhyming scheme. And again, this is my first really crack at this. We're probably going to come back around and think about how to make this maybe rhyme a little bit more on our second go round. Right now, I'm just trying to like flesh out my ideas for how I can interpret these lines. So, I've got some thoughts. I mean, this is pretty similar, I think, at least like syllable and rhythm wise to the line before. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's just exactly the same. I have no self, therefore I can't pass on. I've got some thoughts. Oh, wait a minute. I have no self, therefore I can't truly die. It sounds a little corny when I sing it out loud to myself. And you know what? That's how I know I'm like getting into the flow. I can't I wasn't ready for that. My bad. Wah! I have no self, therefore I can't truly die. Yeah, I feel like I think I Can't Pass On did flow better. One syllable can truly make or break these. I mean, I could go once again, the words are getting cut off. Here, there we go. She's cooking. I have no self, so I can't truly die. I've got some thoughts. Okay, now we can actually start making this longer. Oh, actually, I do want to check a footnote real quick. Because I noticed it here. The boos are actually the sound effect a ghost makes when appearing in traditional Japanese plays, according to Google. Boo is really the only spooking sound we have in English, so I use that. Okay. Interesting. What an interesting little anecdote. I don't know if, can you guys actually see that? When I like click on it? Well, at least this way you can see it. Yes, you can. So I was kind of like, actually, I really want to hear what this sounds like. I'm going to look into that later. Maybe I'll show. Yodororo! Yodororo! It's almost kind of cute. I did not know that. See what you can learn when you just do a little research? It's so fun to do research. I've got some thoughts. I have no self, so I can't truly die. I've got some thoughts. I almost don't want to repeat the same thing again. I want to almost hammer in the I statements in an obnoxious kind of way. Because I feel like this character, like, I love this song. I relate to this song. But this character is whining so fucking much. This character is like, why isn't anyone praising me for how cool and meta I am? I have the best ideas. I'm so smart. I think Demo D said it best. Maybe, like,
if people just got to know me, they'd see that I'm actually just a very cool and introspective, cynical individual who actually has some really interesting thoughts and opinions to give. And they just gotta give me a chance to get past my cold and prickly exterior. Like, shut up! You're not cool, bro. Just be cringe and free like the rest of us. Jesus. But, and I think worth more. This is clunky. I'm gonna try it anyways.
Outside is in, and inside is in. Demons are out there, and peace flies within. I have no self, so I can't truly die. I've got some thoughts, and I think they're worth more than I get credit for.
I don't like it. Like, I think we're onto something that's not quite it.
I have some thoughts, and I think they're worth more than I get credit for.
Not quite.
I have no self, so I can't truly die. I've got some thoughts.
Excuse me while I move my filter around. I've moved my mic right in front of my face rather than off to the side. So, but now it's kind of like messing with my vision. I've got some thoughts. I certainly have thoughts. Really? I don't ever think. I've got a bunch of opinions about all this, so I want to be rewarded for them. As much as I would love to use like the word cries for like a simple like rhyme here, I think that makes it sound more weepy than what I am trying to get across, even though like I mean cries almost in a like you're kind of pathetically wailing, but not even in like a sad emo kind of way. They're just kind of like wah. Oh, and the prom is tomorrow. Wow. And I feel like that's not quite, this person wants to be taken seriously, but nobody can fucking see them. I've thought a lot. Have some. I almost feel like I need to be adding more like Zoomer language here. And have some. I had it and then it disappeared as I was trying to like rework it in the moment. Damn it. Ah! I've thought a lot and have takes. No, this is not getting across the way I want it to. I've thought a lot. We also have to remember through the rest of these lyrics, this is like a ghost that's kind of like dogging on other people's performances and wanting to stand out but can't quite do so. And how that works. And how, like, you know, how do you stand out when the only ideas you can think of have already been done before? And I almost kind of want to put like mention some kind of like I must have had them first original thought, but I don't think that might be a little too pompous for our intent here. I thought a lot about this whole ordeal. I also like to like do a little backslash whenever I'm waffling on what I want to choose. So I am going to put, therefore, I can't pass on back in here. I have no self. I have no self, so I can't truly die. Or I have no self, so therefore I can't pass on. And kind of give myself a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to my rhyming scheme that we might add in later. Like these two lines, I think especially kind of really encapsulate the whole songs. I want to fill people with terror quickly and easily. I want to improve all my scaring smoothly and steadily. This person wants consistent growth without a lot of work. It's just like TikTok. I'm kidding. Don't nobody get butthurt. I want to improve my scaring. Let me see. I want to feel. To be so scary, it comes easily. I want to get scarier and rise. Because, like, at the same time, this is almost equating, like, you know, like, you know, ghost seeing exhibits as a popularity contest. I think like this ghost is like, I want all the occult freaks to come and say how scary I am, and talk about how sad my life is, and how I must have been such a tortured soul because I'm so scary. I gotta be scarier. I want to be so scary it comes easily. I want to get scarier and rise. Ranks in popularity. Ooh, can I? I want to be so scary it comes easily. I want to get scary and rise ranks in popularity. This is almost like a what's up is down and what's down is up kind of goofball moment. The outside is out and the inside is in. I want to be so scary it comes easily. That is really clinky. I don't like that. So I can't truly die. I've got some thoughts. I've thought a lot about this whole ordeal. I really got to come back and let this one simmer, I think. Sometimes it's a lot of throwing shit at, like I said, I like to throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. And maybe this shit will not stick. We'll see. We're going to go through and listen to some more of the song. Easy. I also want to say, I love being able to do one-to-one translations of things, but at the same time, a lot of times the word that gets translated is a definitely out there word that we don't use very often, both in singing or in common language, at least when I'm, you know, referencing all these translations. And one of the ones that I find is what I like to do when I come across something like that is either like, you know, as close to a one-to-one, use that same word. But I also like to use a word that is synonymous but just as like irregular if I think it flows a little bit better. I think here we might be in luck. A flame was lit with no match, then just as quickly is extinguished. Ooh! And with a large rap tapping sound from the whole thing turns into a mess. Let me listen to like the rest of this verse. A common occurrence. Common occurrence. No, this is the standard. New? Nah, it's a stale punchline at this point. A flame was lit with no match, then just as quick. A flame was lit with no match just as quickly as extinguished. And now I have thought about the word extinguished too much that it doesn't look like a real word anymore. I have to like listen back to it a little bit. The large rap tapping sound from me, the whole thing turns into... I actually kind of have an idea for this one. Rap tap sound. Sometimes I just have to trust my gut, and it's really goofy, but it works. A flame was lit with no match just as quickly it's extinguished. With a rap tap sounding fury, it goes crazy, a bait and switch. Ooh. I might be cooking. A flame was lit with no match just as quickly it's extinguished. With a rap tap sounding from me, it'll go crazy, a bait and switch. Let me try that one more time. A flame was lit with no match just as quickly it's extinguished. With a rap tap sounding from me, I definitely flubbed my own words. With a tapping sound from me. A tap sounding from me, it all goes crazy, a bait and switch. Okay, let's listen back. I wonder what he actually put in to like get her to sound like this. A flame was lit with no match just as quickly it's extinguished. A tapping sound from me, it all goes crazy, a bait and switch. Again, we're gonna have to like let this one cook and simmer. A bait switch. What do you mean that's standard?
A flame was lit with no match just as quickly it's extinguished. A tap-tapping sound from me, going crazy, bait and switch. What do you mean that that's censored?
What do you mean that that's standard? Let him cook. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying so hard. This song is so hard, but I really wanted to challenge myself. I really sat down and was like, it's been a while since I've done this, and I want to do the most difficult possible song I could be choosing to do this with. Because that was a great idea. Yeah. I think once I have a chance to really sit down and not only listen to the song, because right now, just so my audio doesn't make me want to jump into traffic, I don't have my microphone set into my or not my microphone. I don't have my earbuds set into my microphone so I can hear my own voice playing back. I definitely know that I'm slurring the words a bit and stumbling, so we're going to not fuss with it right now. It's too much, but again, I think I'm getting a good amount of I'm really liking this setup here in rhyme scheme here. I almost have to hold on. Ba 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 la 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 la. Okay. What do you mean? I can totally hear this line. What do you mean that that's the standard? What do you mean? What do you mean that's baseline standard? No, I don't like it. Let me listen to this. Damage just as quickly, it's extinguished. A tap tapping sound from me. Out of crazy steam. What do you mean that's so standard? I almost want to sound more indignant. How dare you call that standard? Clearly, I'm the only person who has taste and has epic good tastes. And my execution is flawless. What are you talking about? How dare you call that standard? Let me actually listen to how this phrase ends. Ghost spot review and examination of my grudges. Again, the first draft is a lot of conceptualizing.
A flame was lit with no match just as quickly it's extinguished. A tap-tapping sound from me, it all goes crazy. A bait and switch.
Actually.
Woo!
Oh, I didn't go back far enough. My bad. I will also say a big chunk of this is just rewinding the same thing over and over again.
A flame was lit with no match just as quickly it's extinguished. A tap-tapping sound from me, it all goes crazy. A bait and switch. How dare you call that standard? You think it's a cliched punchline? This week's goal is fighting on my collection of grudges.
Okay, wait.
A tap-tapping sound from me, all goes crazy. A bait and switch. How dare you call that standard? You think it's cliched punchline?
This weekly go spotting my collection of grudges. Okay, wait a minute. I think I might be onto something.
Flame was lit with no match just as quickly it's extinguished. A tap-tapping sound from me, all goes crazy. A bait and switch. You dare you call that standard? You think it's a cliched punchline?
This weekly go spotting my collection of grudges. Oh, I just rewinded so much. I'm gonna listen through a little bit more of this, and then I think I'm gonna wrap up because I'm really nervous to check that email, and I also want to get a good night's sleep tonight, and you should too. So, let me listen through a little bit. I'm gonna kind of revisit some of the things we worked on tonight. I know some of it is still clunky, and you know, if I do something like this again, we will all be lucky. Thank you if you stopped by for probably the one and only time I will be able to have done this. It was fun while it lasted. Okay. I don't know what the
Are you for real serious right now? Hey, are you making light of us ghosts? I'll haunt you in your dreams, or that's how the saying always goes. Come on, get that scary, give me altitude. I want you to be scared, that's the calm approach. So which one are you?
Alright.
Ooh, can I? Ooh, can I? Ooh, can I?
Give me the views. Actually, I'm gonna put that in there. Sorry. Just as an idea for later.
Ooh, can I?
I want the clicks. I want the clicks. I think spinning this in like someone trying to like, you know, go viral might be the move here.
The outside is out and inside is in. Demons are out there and peace lies within. I have no self, so I can't truly die. I've got some thoughts, I've thought a lot about this whole ordeal.
Okay. Not terrible, but I don't think it's great. But that's okay. We'll come back to it sometime.
Da, da, la, da, la, la.
Even though all my jokes are bombing, everyone's still giving me compliments. And you know, at the end of the day, you gotta embrace what makes you you, even if it's cringe. And I think that's what this song is a little bit about. Maybe not. I don't know.
A flame was lit with no match just as quickly it's extinguished. A tap-tapping sound from me all goes crazy. A bait and switch. How dare you call that standard? You think it's a cliched punchline?
This weekly go spotting my collection of grudges. Okay. I'm content. I'm actually pretty happy with how this is coming out. That being said, thank you again for tuning in. I'm gonna try and stream maybe some other time this weekend. We will see. I really do have to apologize. I did not mean to kind of like not stream again after my birthday. But next time we're back, I'm definitely going to try and have things a little bit more fixed up and fleshed out again. I apologize for not having chat available on screen this time. I don't know why I can't seem to find my chat boxes when I switched over to I'm now using OBS. Um but I hope you enjoyed this. I know this was a very impromptu and kind of different vibe than what we've been doing, but I've also kind of thought about doing a stream like this for a while, so I just kind of figured, hey, let's just very very haphazardly slap this together and see what happens. But thank you for letting me ramble. I'm going to peek around. Hold on. Now I gotta. I also it's so bad. I forgot to I didn't even get a chance to like reset up. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't even have a chance to like reset up my chatting screen. That's how like the goofy me transferring everything over is. And I know that I can import all my layouts and stuff. I didn't feel like it. That is the truth of the matter. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's been a little bit. This will not be the last time I stream for a while. I'm going to stream again. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna raid my good friend. We're gonna raid Vampire Odessa. But actually, wait. She's playing her crazy. It looks. I actually saw a couple of other people who were playing this, and it looks like the next needy streamer overload type of game, which means it'll probably be really interesting. Where the fuck did these people come from? Hello. But we're gonna go ahead and raid Odessa because I'm sleepy. My throat hurts, and I really want to see if my YouTube is going to be taken down for what I just did. But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, evening, noon, night, wherever you are. And always remember, happy day. Anyways, we are going to raid my friend Odessa. Thank you so much for stopping by, Nikos. It really means a lot. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Much love. Bye bye.